You guys heard me talking about this before, but recording a game track and a mic track for like separate gameplay recordings offline, and that way in post-production I can have them in separate audio tracks, so that if like the game's way too loud the whole time and I'm screwed, I can just move my voice separate from my game audio post-production. That requires a split track. I haven't streamed since then. Streaming only picks up track 1, so I needed to link the mic to track 1 also, so I'll need to do that pretty much any time I switch it. That's like one click, so nothing crazy. But here we are. Yeah, it's super nice, so I don't have to worry about the game balance and the mic balance if I just want to record offline content, like gaming tests or gaming reviews. I can just throw it in Adobe Premiere and be like, oh, move the game audio down, move the mic audio up. Super nice. How you guys doing, by the way? Serotonin, hello. I'm on the big screen. We love it. Susannikins, hello. Spandy, what have you been up to? Hope things have been going well. I feel like I saw you streaming the other day. Yeah, and by the other day, it could have been over a month ago. I'll be really honest. It could have been a long time ago. Working and stuff. Well, it turns out, friends, that we are in the night times. So I'm going to do a base tour of what I have built so far in a little while. I'm going to go on an adventure first, I think. I think I'm going to go take a gander into the world and kill some boar. We also need to like find... There's a biome I have yet to find that makes me way behind in something that it's really annoying. And I've looked it up and I can't find it. Which is fine. As soon as I unlocked all my building materials, naturally I went kind of ham on building. That's been the main focus, so my levels are kind of low, but whatever. You streamed once last week and before it was a month. Yeah, I probably saw the month ago one. Fair on all accounts. That feels, the holidays are a pretty standard thing, no doubt. Serotonin, I'd love to know what this looks like on the big screen. Hopefully it looks pretty good. Obviously it's dark, but streaming at the highest quality I can, I believe. So hopefully it looks pretty good. We're gonna kind of torn on where I want to go. There's a market stall I pinged. And I think it unpinged since I logged off. I'm a little behind on a couple crafting things because I've been building and just enjoying the game without any real pace. So we might do some exploring today outside of a base tour, of course. Might do some building, but I have some materials ready to go. But I'm not actually sure what I want to do next. It's not super specific. Mainly just want to... I mean, I was going to play this tonight anyway, so I was like, you know what? Let's just go live. Like, let's just do it. So here I am. Obviously, this game doesn't have a ton of audio necessarily, but hopefully the game volume / my voice volume is appropriate for you guys. You'll have to let me know if anything's crazy. But it shouldn't be, he says apprehensively. Also, it's kind of weird how my thumbnail showed up in the Discord. Thoughts on that? Why does it look like that? My thumbnail in the Discord link looks wrong. I'm hoping it doesn't look like that on my YouTube page. I doubt it does, but you never be knowing. I want to check, but also no. We're right now we're going for a run. I want to go. I don't know. I might turn inland a little bit actually. I want to go to some of these danger zones. Maybe I'll make my way there. I'm going to go up and over. There's a couple spots I want to check for some materials I don't have yet. I have no clan, no. I'm completely solo on the 1.0 wipe. Which is obviously that much harder. But I'm just playing at my own pace and doing whatever despite whatever the game wants to do or whatever the things are, I'm just enjoying my own, whatever I want to do, you know? The only thing that's obviously was harder was building. Because of the materials needed as well as the levels needed to grind to do so. I'm a little lower on certain levels than I'd like to be because for the last, 35 hours of gameplay I've been building because it took me 100 hours of gameplay to get to the levels I wanted. Outside of my build and one mega clan build, this might be one of the better, more quaint builds in the area, by the way. This one's quite, elegant enough in some ways. It's not perfect, but it's nice. Tacoing, are you a verb now? Yes. Yes, I am a verb. I think so. I might be. The wrong account. Okay, so that was you, Tiger. Okay, I was wondering who that was. I was going to ask, but you have answered. Oh, hello, Julie. Wait, no way. That person's name is Julie. Chat, isn't that the name of the person that I named in that one short I did? That is. The lady with the oven mitts. Anyone remember that? Okay, I'm not recording. I'm just streaming. I was wondering if I should record, but I'm not sure I'm going to. By the way, I'm sure you guys have seen all the stuff about, RAM being so expensive all of a sudden and all this stuff, and I'm like, man, isn't it dumb luck that I rebuilt my stream computer and bought all my stuff right before that happened? I've got like the best RAM now on both my computers. I upped both of them when I did my stream PC build. So I've got like the best polling RAM you can get for DDR5. And it's like, what dumb luck that I did that. What dumb luck. Truly. Ooh, this popped up. This isn't too bad. It's not great, but it's fine. My thing is really pissing me off. How do I... He lives! He does live. How's it going, Dan? My chat isn't following down. I don't know how to do you know what I'm saying? It like isn't doing it. Dan, I don't think I gotta figure out why that doesn't work. Obviously you have, if I end up going to YouTube full time, I think I'm going to move, like I did from Mixer, move all your guys' hours over to this account. But I don't know, there must be a different command for subscribers because YouTube doesn't have followers. So the hours are accruing. That might be why. I mean, it says Tiger's maybe it's because you don't have any? I mean, are you subscribed to my channel, Dan? I'm assuming you are. Yeah, so Tiger, for example, I'm gonna move all the hours eventually. Like I'll double up the hours like I did before, where like if you have 1,000 hours on Twitch, I'll add them to your YouTube total manually per member of my, like kind of like core audience so that you guys have those hours, but I haven't done that. But yes, I do live. I am here. Hello. We're going on a walk in the sandbox land. I've never been over here. These are some interesting areas. I don't know how many you have. This sounds like a box in Fortnite. What's happening? I don't think I've never heard this sound. Oh, fast travel location unlocked? What? Oh, cool. Yeah, because you have to touch them before you can use them. I get it. I just don't do this. Okay, fair enough. I've got like 1,000 hours in this game. You think I'd know that, but... Oh, that's cool. Let's check out their market, huh? I mean, I don't know how many hours you have over on Twitch, to be fair. Technically, Tiger, if you go to my Twitch right now and type hours in the chat, or whatever the code is over there, is it hours? I'm not sure. Watch time. Is it hours? There you go. 429 hours. I'm sure you would have watched thousands if I had streamed thousands. No items for sale. How are we going to have a giant market sign and then not have anything in the market? Thoughts? There's a few things, I guess. Okay. Ooh, that's kind of pricey. Okay, what am I doing? I'm going over here. Right. Yeah, I mean, I know. If I had actually streamed more. Oh, that was right. We're going to go down this road over here into the danger zone a little bit. We're exploring a couple biomes, friends. There's one I have yet to find that puts me chronically behind in a couple mats that I need, which is kind of embarrassing, and I can't find it. So there's that. So I'm just going to ask again, do I sound okay to you guys? Everything sound good? Like, game volume is obviously light in this game, but you can hear the materials and the movement. I'm assuming it's all good, but... So I've done some recordings since, but that's it. Alright, let's cross this barrier. Ironically, Serotonin, one of the biggest complaints about this game, truly, is probably mounts. Genuinely. It's a walking simulator. Crossing a barrier, so we're gonna... Okay. These plots are all still here. Obviously the plot purge was real. The very first time. Like you had to start paying for the plots monthly and like all the extra stuff. It was crazy to watch. So the plots go red when they're expiring. So the fact that these are all actually still here is great. But the plot apocalypse, if you will, was quite extravagant at the time. Ooh, we got a little gathering of folks over here. Huh. This person's got some later game materials. Excellent. Yes, so do you. Good. Very cool. Looks nice. This is a really nice spot. Ah. Okay, yeah, this is one of the clans. Okay, that's why. There's 2 big clans in my area, and I've heard that name. That's one of them. Oh, look. Did someone's plot go away? What is going on? What? Hello? The building is missing. All right. Well. I'm going to go on a little walk. This will probably be kind of boring. I can't lie to you guys. I'm just, I figured if I'm going to stream, I might as well, or if I'm going to play it tonight, I might as well just stream it tonight. Say hi to you guys. Hello, friendo. Hello. And good afternoon. No. I don't need him. Whoa. Oh, I've seen this because I've crossed over here before. This is a crazy wall. They built that up quite a bit. Wow. Yeah, sure. Goodbye. Yeah, they've done a lot to that. I don't know if I can use their building to get up or if I should just go around. Yo, Private, how's it going? Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. Oopsie. Also, my YouTube analytics tell me there's no one watching my stream now. Which I'm assuming is incorrect, because there were like 6 of you here a second ago. That's weird. What have you been up to, Private? I'll leave it as 1 for now. Leave it as 1. It shows 3 on your end. Yeah, it was at like 6 or 7 a second ago, and then it dropped to 0. Not that it super matters. I don't stream anymore, so like numbers aren't... The numbers representing aren't really important, but... As long as someone wants to come hang out, I'll be here. Been playing Ark. Okay, yeah. You know, that would be right up my alley, usually. And it just hasn't... I haven't even downloaded it. ABI has been pretty aggravating. Yeah, they're moving to 75 tick servers, right? I just saw that. I just read that today, is what I meant to say. What level are these guys? I played a decent amount of Arena Breakout, to be honest with you. 72. Okay, yeah. A number that's going to be beneficial, I think, is the general term. Seeing 5, nice. Yeah. I mean, this isn't a very hot game either, so me coming to stream for the first time in months and it be Pax Dei is not going to go well, but I was like, damn, I'm going to be playing, so let's just come hang out. Proxy chat, I think, will bring new life to that game. I think that's always the case, to be honest. Oh, that's kind of neat looking. That's a good use of materials. Personally. Okay, so I'm in the scrublands again. Got it. Like, let's take a gander at this guy's build. I still plan on playing private, Arena Breakout. I just haven't played anything except this. Really much at all. Oh, their build got cut off by the plots. Yeah. So their other plot, they stopped paying for it or ran out of credits. So their building got destroyed. That's a shame. I'd like to see what that looks like. But I see they're adding a map and the 72-tick server. So I'll probably get involved again with Arena Breakout. I enjoyed that game. I put like 60 to 70 hours in pretty quickly. Oopsie, wrong way. I'm pretty sure I put in a decent amount of work. Very quickly in that game. So just to catch you guys up on something too, skinning hardness 2 is my current limit. I cannot skin level 3 boars or anything higher right now. So I need a level 20 skinning so that I can use a wrought iron skinning tool, which is like the, other than silver, I imagine, one of the top materials in the game. They've like gate kept materials. Like before, you could like have a clan member hand you, you know, like top level gear or like level 4 like different armor. Now you can't wear the armor or the weapons unless you have the skill to do so. So like right now you'll see those combat skills. Those are all leveling up my heavy armor per item. And then when I skin this guy, it's going to give my skinning level. I'm level 15. I need to be level 20, so I have a lot of skinning to do to move forward. So it's interesting, but that means also that like I can't wear better armor than this because of the level required, and I can't go to light armor because I'm level 0, and I don't want to level it to wear something better. On your stream, I see the chats happening, but they're not showing for me on my phone. Oh, weird. Go YouTube. Yeah, that feels right for the API on YouTube streaming, though, to be fair. Oh, that's a nice look. I don't think it's done that well, but I like the idea of what they went for. Okay. But yeah, private, I would be... Now with my new mic setup, ironically, I couldn't use proxy chat right now because I haven't... It only goes to my streaming PC, but... It's, oh. I think proxy chat's a huge thing for the success for that game. Alright, if I die here, I lose my shit. That's the vibe. We know. I'm in the Baron. Okay. Ah, the Pale. Interesting, that changed quickly. Anything look like what I'm looking for? It might be this. Is there something closer to me that looks like that? I might try this out. I gotta be careful here. Very careful. There you go, Susannikins. You got everything going. How does the... Susannikins, how does the stream look on your TV? Obviously, once it's daytime, this game looks a whole lot better. See, there's a level 4 brown bear. That will kill me. Oh no. We're doing silly things, chat. We're doing silly things. I really need to try and get here. So we're going to find this trail and take a left. I could see myself in your forehead. Hey, I just did some skincare before I went online, actually, so that probably checks out. Because my face, I got really, really, really sick recently, and my face is breaking out, probably from purging how awful it was. So my face is not doing as well as usual, and so I actually just did some skincare and lotion before I got on stream, to make sure my face didn't dry out with all these monitors. You can hear the bear. He's a robot confirmed. True. You know, I was going to do a base tour once you guys got here, but it's like, you know, it was evening, so I decided to go on this scary adventure instead. See, this is a tortured oak, wood cutting 4, wood hardness 4. My wrought iron chopping axe is level 3. So I don't know if you need silver eventually, because I think this gives you mandrake root or some sort of tortured oak. It's like a special root you need that I'm not familiar with, because I am not with it. Deadly Nightshade is new to me. Yep. So I don't spend a lot of time in the wildlands, the deadly areas. I've been just enjoying farming in my local community and just doing normal PvP stuff. I can't get to these procedurally generated boys. Come on, let's play smart. No, it's stuck. Okay. So I need to go get more of those. I don't think I have white onions. I don't know if I have red onions yet. Maybe I'll grab some just to have them. As we're in these newer scary areas, I need to pay attention to some of the items around me. Make a Susannikin sucks bumper sticker. Fair enough. Well, believe it or not, the only other time you've seen me stream this was when we tried to play it when my capture card was being goofy. I actually have the plot. Uh-oh. I have the same plot that we picked together. I never moved. Covering a car in googly eyes would be crazy. Ooh, there's a dungeon or whatever up here, yeah. I haven't done any of the dungeons. We streamed one on Twitch a while back. How bad are you? 4 direwolf. I think I can handle you. Yeah. Hey, buddy. You know, we're out on a mission, an adventure, some would say. Would you like to come here and get murked? Sir, respectfully? I think I can handle you. Come here. Oh, you're beefy. Maybe I can't handle you, actually. I can't handle more than one. Yeah, you come over here. These guys, I might die here. If you die out here, you're dead, dead. Okay. Can I skin him? No. See, I don't even want to kill these guys because I can't even skin them because I need to be level 20 to use my wrought iron skinning tool. So ironically, you get nothing. You lose. So, not worth. We need to get down to... I think this is what I want, but I'm probably wrong. Alright. I'm going to let my heals get a little bit further, and then we're going to run past this wolf. That was worth a try. Oh, that's kind of cool, Serotonin. That's a cool feature. Yeah, go away. Thank you. Oh, no. Oh, there's another player. Bro, don't aggro the wolf to me, you ninny. I'm but a wee boy. Payden. Can he attack me? I don't think so. This isn't PvP. Oh, no. You're level 3, not 4. A Veil Stalker. We're almost there. Oh my Lanta. No, no. Brother, run. Brother, you're out of stamina? I might die here. Did that guy just stop? Did that bear just de-aggro for a second right before hitting me? And then re-aggro because of Payden? This guy's pissing me off a bit. I'm in the Forsaken Forest. You say that, you know, Serotonin, I can't, like, at the end of the day, you say that every stream. And I don't know what to do about it. Because no one says it. No one else says it. They just maybe don't tell me. Ooh, that's pretty. But that seems to be something that happens for you. And I don't know why. My stream isn't the loudest thing on the planet, though, I guess, so. I can't really make myself any louder without it being inappropriate. Because I talk so quietly. That is so strange. I'm sure that's a very unpleasant situation, though, to be honest. Okay, now we're going to go straight through. I'm sure that is not the funnest thing to have the ad just blow your ears out. Okay, I hear... Ooh, grapes. Hell yeah. Thank you. I need lots of grapes eventually. They're very, very good for eating. Which, to be honest, it's actually better than my mead. 130 and 44. 180 and 40. So it's actually better health. It's 4 less stam. But I need those for... That's new. I've never gathered this one before. I need white grapes for vines. For my build later. I mean, can you guys hear me okay? This mic is as loud as it was the last few times we solved the mic issue when I changed to a different mix amp and all the things. Because I can technically make my mic louder, but like, I think this is pretty appropriate. Oh crap. I did not realize there was a wall here. I am, as we know, a professional mountain goat. So, the problem is if I free fall, I lose all my stuff out here. It's a good view. That's beautiful. This is very scary. Because if I free fall and die, my body, I have to come get it. I don't know how else you'd get to this spot. This is what I want to check right now. This may not be the smartest thing to do. Come on, one push. Just give me one smooth push. Oh, I might be dead. Yep, I'm dead. Unbelievable. You have me at 50% and I'm fine. Okay. It's a conspiracy by the advertising shadow government. That's probably true. This is actually only the second time I've died in 150 hours of the 1.0 release. And I did it on stream. And I called it in advance because this game is categorically trash. Oh wow, that's a very nasty run. This might get really ugly. I have nothing. Yeah, this game is like categorically garbage, and like that's the problem. Is you know, free falling like that is, I have no choice in the matter. I can't run like the wind. I have no food. I have no items that give me stamina boosts. Ironically, I have. Well, I enjoy building in this game, Tiger, so I don't go out and do stuff in this very often. Which is where the poor experiences usually come from. I kind of stick to my safe zone, farm basic materials, and build, and I very much enjoy that. I do like exploring in this game. It's a good time. It's just when silly things like that happen, it's like, give me a break. Like, we all know that's not real. Okay, there's a bear. The bear aggroed previously, but I think that was because of our buddy. I don't know if people can steal my items out here either. I don't think so. Well, this is... Okay, there's one wolf right there. I was hoping to find some grapes on the ground so I can get one food item. I hear something. There's a bear right there. What was that? Mistletoe? I've never picked up mistletoe before. It's nothing. Okay. White grape, maybe? Hops. Also never had hops. That's good. I'm sure that's one of the many brewing items that I still... because I don't come out to these danger zones, there's quite a few endgame materials that have not impacted, you know, my life. Wow, eating that kills you. I'm just going to get rid of that so I don't accidentally do it. Alright, let me navigate this. I remember it's why I never actually bought it. The gameplay wasn't as fun. Oh, I just read chat and walked right into those wolves. I'm dead. GG. Ooh, someone is doing a thing. Sorry if that was loud. Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate it. I can't tell if that's a live subscriber or someone who watched one of my videos, but Kevin, thank you. How was that volume, by the way, chat? We never get to hear live alerts, which I figured out why, by the way. Live alerts are pretty rare on YouTube. I can't even... Okay. We're going to make it. I think we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Sorry, no, it's totally fine. I just wanted to read chat. I walked into a couple wolves hiding under a rock. It wasn't super loud. Okay, it's all good. So I figured out why... Remember when we were talking about, like, why can't we hear some of these things? I figured out that the API for YouTube is such a nightmare that every setting needs to be combined in all the right ways for it to show up. Like there's privacy settings on YouTube that if you don't have the exact right settings for me and the user who's doing the subscribing, the alert doesn't pop up for privacy reasons. So that's why it's like kind of like hit or miss, you know. I'm going to turn the stream alerts down a bit. Okay. But yeah, I found that out because of their API is so weird. So there you go. Now you know. How's this going? Haven't heard much about it. I mean, most of it's pessimistic. I think. Most people are upset in one way or another about the pay, you know, the way you have to pay for this game. The stream charts don't look great. I think there's like 3,000 concurrent players now or something like that. But that doesn't include their own launcher. It doesn't include Epic Launcher. Doesn't include Game Pass. So it's really hard to say. I don't know how far the recover your body will work. Okay. No, I don't know the actual range. I was just going to give it a whirl there. Yeah, you also do not like YouTube chat. That is confirmed. So I guess we're going to give up on this for now. In regards to... I'm trying to find... I don't know if it's the Sunken Lands or the... I always forget the name of the biome. There's a biome that has... No, brother. No. I'm stuck. I cannot make this shit up. I'm dead. There's a biome that has cotton. I do not have cotton yet. The reason that's a problem is I need cotton to make my final forge level. I need cotton cord. So I need to find cotton to be able to make it on my spinny wheel. And yeah, so the biome that cotton is in is called, I want to say it's the Sunken Lands. That's not it, because that's the name of the video game. It's something like that. You got a level 3. I'm dead. Please, no, please. How are you here? Yeah, Diagro, I can't. Stop. Please don't follow me. Please don't get here. I'm at my body. Okay, I might be able to handle you. Don't kill me, don't kill me, please don't kill me. Jesus Christ, this game is trash. Okay. So yeah, I literally Googled what the biome looks like, because each one has a different texture and picture, and I quite literally could not pair it up to anything. Like it, fundamentally, I failed at using it as a match. So, I don't know. I don't actually know where it is. So, we were going to take this time to go and look, but I don't want to scale giant mountains and fall down them for hours. So, we're not going to do that, it looks like. So, Serotonin, to answer your question a bit of how is this game doing, my home is here. I'm in Gravas. This is like the Petra whatever thing, the main hub. I'm over here, which we'll go to in a second. But this is the main area. And there is a major clan here that have built some pretty tremendous things. The Monolith is what they're called. They're one of the biggest clans in my area. So this is Monolith. And they have some pretty exceptional stuff. They also have that castle up there, I believe. And all this stuff. And this, everything down here. So, overall, all those plots down there are still owned. There's one expiring right there, a red one. But overall, there you go. Pretty good. I'm your brave field reporter. Okay, let's go do a tour of my house, friends. Obviously it's not done, but it is going quite well. And then I can do a free cam tour of one of the best builds in my area. Monolith is pretty good. There is one build in across the lake from me that is quite profoundly dense. Like it's a big build and it's, you know, it's pretty and big and cool, but the details in it are also nutso. Like there's got to be tens of thousands of pieces. It is quite remarkable. So we'll take a gander at that. Get to see some of the environment along the way. An abandoned home, we see. Excellent. Yeah, the visuals in this game are its main claim to fame. Oh, cool. I've never seen anyone do this. They built over a road and, like, retained the road pathing. That's super neat. I've actually not seen that yet. This is the big build I'm talking about that we'll do a tour of. This thing is unbelievable. So there's that. And the inside is remarkable. That's my house right there. Yum, 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 yum. I weirdly... I don't think this is a good idea, but I really weirdly want to play Star Citizen. I own the game. I bought something at some point. Like, I bought something that gave me, like, a ship, you know, and some other stuff. And I kind of want to play it, but there's, like, no tutorial at all on, like, you know, what buttons to press. Like, even how to... like fly your ship out, you know, like anything. It's all so it's like Tarkov. I feel like there's just no learning curve. It's just a cliff. But I have it and I weirdly want to play it, but that could be a mistake and I don't actually want to play it. Who knows? Well, we're almost home. The guy that we built next to, by the way, literally the dude that we built next to when we picked the plot, or where I built, someone built next to me. I think when we picked it, it was empty. Someone built next to me, and that little rascal is still there. There's been like 30 plots that disappeared around this lake. And of course, the one dude who picked a plot right in kind of like front left of mine is still paying for his plot. Which is frustrating. Like, sir, respectfully, please leave. I also had a secondary location that I thought about building, but it would have been an absolute nightmare to get there at any time. Like, you know, on any sort of resource run, it just wouldn't have been realistic to go there. But there's this beautiful spot. I put a heart on it. It's right here. It's up on a cliff. And it has one of the best views. And maybe if I buy extra plots, I'll put a secondary build up there. I don't know. Good point, Susannikins. It's always a good idea. Flaming poop will always render people frustrated, probably. Get him to rage quit, basically. But now in this game, because of the state of things, you can buy as many plots as you want, basically. As long as you pay for the tokens to refresh them. So I thought about buying a couple extra tokens to build a secondary outpost at that beautiful location that I want, but I have yet to do so. Okay. You are approaching my home. Sir, you've ruined the vibe. This is all your fault. Did you buy the $48,000 ship pack? No. I spent like $150 on the game, and I think I got like a pack. I got a ship and some other things and some sort of like insurance. I'm assuming it's like Tarkov, or like if you're killed, you don't lose the ship. I don't understand the game at all at any fundamental level, so I actually don't know what I did. If that makes sense. Like, I legitimately don't know what I did. But it felt right, so I did it. It wasn't like it broke the bank or anything, so. Okay, I'm just going to put away some things, and then we're going to do a little tour. So you guys can see what I've done. Yeah, these are all new. Those are, okay, and the grapes go... Where did I put the grapes? Okay. So, my home has a really nice flow to it, actually. So the entrance is here. We'll do a free cam look too, but the entrance is here, and I'll walk you through like the pacing. So up here is like the weaponsmithing, foraging, you know, all that stuff. All of that's here. And all of this flows, so you can go down here to where my well is, and that can take you tunneled underneath, which actually brings you right back to where we were for the distillery stuff and my bees. That also goes up to my jewelry making, which I have not started, but here's the platform for that. As in, like, I haven't started the craft. Like, I am level 1. So I made this spot for it. When you're in here, I've been reserving some of the building for when I get the final level hearth and stuff, because it's like a big oven. Like, the baking oven and the hearth are quite large. So I've stopped doing any more building until I get those, because those will become a large part of the build. So there's that, and then there's also this upper level I just finished last week. I was able to get this done with stability. So there's some stuff up here to be done. And then my deck up here. And then my castle over here, which we will go into in a second. But there's this, and then there's two little like, the roof on this won't stay. The game's broken and dumb, so I'm just ignoring it. The build mechanics of this game have some work to be done for sure. Because there'll be something like green that'll attach to something and it'll be red and like it won't let you build it. And it's like, cool, that makes total sense. So I have these nice little just like textural cutouts like to give it some form factor and like make it look a little different. So the reason I've done that is eventually I want this to connect into those. No more torches? Exactly. I did a good job. So I don't want to work on this yet because as soon as I break one of these, all of this is going to break because all the integrity is going to go away. But what I want to do is be able to build something that kind of gets, you know, like this platform is to get into these so that like it's a part of the build so that when you're out here, those are open spaces on the left and the right that look out into this cutout. But as soon as I remove this and try to work on it, all of this is going to fall apart. So I have yet to do it. That's true. The balcony does need a hot tub. Yeah, I've put enough torches down where it's functional. I just don't want to overdo it with the frame rate and stuff. Ironically, the frame rate is better in free cam. I mean, this game looks beautiful. I mean, I'm looking at it on a 4K OLED monitor, but, you know, you get the point. Okay, I'm going to bring you guys into the castle, and then we'll do a free cam look at that as well. So as you can see, like, everything kind of flows. You can walk around there, down there, wrapped around underneath, come back up here. This is that courtyard we were just down in, but then we've got the castle over here. And obviously all of this is within my 4 plots. So this is down to like the millimeter. I've used as much space as I can to not connect to this guy's plot, which is really annoying. So he doesn't take up, because if he leaves and I built, like if we connected our space and this was open and I built in it and he quit, all my stuff would deteriorate. So I wanted to disconnect from him so that that didn't happen. So here is this, unfurnished so far. I just finished a lot of these big thoughts. So it's like a little upstairs with a balcony spot. Then you come through here. And on the right side, there's also another little quarters area with a cutout ceiling. And a balcony. And then this is kind of the main castle. Once again, like I'll do something here, but I've just finished the bones. Then there's the secondary, so you've got like this nice open area right here with the diagonal cut windows and limestone. If you go up, it brings you to this nice like deck area right here. When they put fishing in the game, I got a premium location. Excellent. That's the big tower. Nice view of that. If we were to take this and continue downward, I made these cutouts in the wall. I think it's a nice addition. And then it comes down here. There's a secret path right there. And this leads down to this area, which I've also done some cutouts for. So once again, I haven't finished the furnishing, but I've put the bones in. I installed like a secret, like every castle has like a secret exit that runs you out to the river. So that's what this is. The fun part is there's these giant cutouts and each one of them has one of my charcoal kilns in it, except the secret exit. Every other one is an actual dead end with a kiln. So this one allows you to get in underneath the foundations of the building and it sneaks you in right here. So then we come up the steps. That's the balcony again. So we'll go over here and we'll come upstairs. And this is the second level, the top of the secondary castle, I guess. And then it keeps going again. up to the top one. So, for global look, sorry, there's no vertical climb camera in this game. You have to like aim down and go. I think this is pretty good so far for a solo player with no help, no material help. I think this is pretty good. My plot line ends right here. Otherwise, this roof would have a little bit more of a roof frame to it. It would stick out a little more. It would look less boxy. But I literally do not have another inch of space to build anything outward to the right. So I can't fill it out anymore. It looks fine. It just, my preference would be to fill it out a bit. However, I think this looks pretty good. Did some nice like styling on the castle walls and some cutouts. Yeah, the diagonal windows were my newest addition. I thought it was a good touch. And the spiral staircases are reasonably unique. We'll do lighting, and I still need to, like, I want to do some sort of wood artistry with these circles. You know, like dome, like the pieces of wood that you can pattern and make into different shapes and stuff. They're both exactly symmetrical, even though they interlace. This was really hard to do, by the way. Like, the way I built this on the ground is I built, like, the circles and, like, the interlapping. I built the whole shape and then deleted the pieces that overlapped and then built upward to, like, plan it out to have, like, these different structures kind of interplaying with each other. And then it turned out this one was perfect to become like a staircase holder, essentially. So it worked out. Kind of, guess you guys would call that taco luck, probably. But, yeah. So far, so good. For, like I said, for a solo player with no help, I would call this pretty good. Now, let me show you what a clan can do in this area, because it is quite good. So these are the big boys near me. I think these guys are called the Elite or something like that. So like this bridge, like it's quite spectacular. It's quite big. It looks pretty. But like when you get into the details of this bridge, look at the flooring and the roofing. These are individual pieces. These are individual beams, every single one of them. I mean, this is spectacular. Like, those are like 2-meter beams, 4-meter beams, just over and over and over, interlaced and woven together. And then they have a version of the steps I did, kinda. So they've got all of that weaving up. They've even used, like, the rock face here to continue. And then look, even in here, they've got all these interlocking floors. And all this intricate design. You can see it glitching a little bit, obviously, too. But, like, this is absolutely bonkers. And they're currently building this extension up here, which you can see their building technique, how they've inserted beams into the walls to give them better durability, because this game doesn't have a straightforward building technique. It's a little bit of a mystery sometimes, I feel. So they've obviously got some good strategy, and they're going to build some connecting things, and it looks super cool. We're doing well so far. Those floors look like a broken leg. Yeah, waiting to happen. Yeah, they're going to twist your ankle on the wood. But isn't this, like, just genuinely, this is quite remarkable. This is a material I don't have yet, granite. Those steps look pretty elegant, actually. I like the granite. But I mean, the way they've, like, even built... Like, it's quite a grand build with all these really nice areas, but they've even flushed out, like, these kind of more rough areas down here. Like, this is unbelievable. It just goes forever. It's crazy work. So anyway, this is, oh, they got a plank. That's actually kind of funny. That's kind of my energy. Yeah, you could make that jump. But yeah, this is, I figured I better build something reasonable to be able to say I can be on this lake with them. So that's mine over there. Which I think, you know, that's not a bad effort. Not a bad effort. Anyway, there you go. Let's see if, it's quite the build. Boom. So I've just been minding my business doing this. It's been pretty good. I'm not very high in certain levels, but I'm max level in carpentry because that's the one needed to build stuff. So you're damn certain that I'm max level in that because otherwise we'd be in trouble and I couldn't build anything. But I still need the second level forge. So once again, this is where my problem comes in. The forge parts recipe, which is level 21 and I'm level 17, that's doable. But if I fail, that would suck. That requires... I have every ingredient here except cotton cord. Because cotton... Cotton cord. So let's go to ingredients, cotton. What am I thinking? Why can't I find... Is it recipes? Cotton cord, maybe? Oops. You need cotton cord. Huh, weird. I don't know why it's not showing it. So, there's a way to, like, look up... what I'm looking for, but it tells you... I don't know why cotton isn't an ingredient. Weird. Where are all the people? There aren't that many. We've seen 5 players so far. In my province, there appear to be not many people playing right now. That's part of the problem with the game. I don't understand why I'm blanking on finding the cotton. Why is cotton not showing up? Weird. I must be blanking on something, but anyway. The reason I'm saying that is to find actual, like, flax fiber, for example, like cotton in the ground. It tells you where it is. And it is, in a biome that I keep forgetting the name of. The thing that sucks about this is you can't hover over the map and have it tell you what the biome is, like a lot of games do. So I actually don't know, like, where it is. Yeah, this game doesn't have like the highest health for player right now, for sure. So yeah, the big thing I'd like to do is go exploring, but like, that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna Google it. Sorry, guys. Cotton in Pax Dei. I think it's not called the Sunken Lands. It's called something else. Cotton fibers. Um, Let me see. I'm just gonna Google it quick. Where to find cotton fibers in Pax Dei. And then I'll remember the name of the biome that I'm forgetting to say. Ah, the Drowned Lands biome. A swampy area often found near or above cursed lands. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Keg? How you doing? Wildlands? I think yes, that is correct. So this is a wildland area here. I have been here, and it's like forbidden forest and like wailing, whatever. I was unable in that time to find said area. I was, for some reason, I failed in that, which seems very silly, but I need to find myself some sunken lands or whatever I just called it, because I need cotton, which is super embarrassing because I'm so far behind on that, because I've been enjoying building so much. I mean, that one just said above and below cursed lands, so maybe that'll be easier. I don't know. I remember looking up what the biome looked like. And it was like a little picture of one of these kind of textured areas, and it wasn't I wasn't able to like place it, you know? Unfortunately. Serotonin, I don't know if you're trolling me or if you know something somehow. It looks like it's well northwest of your zone. Okay. Cotton, just above and left of the mountain in the center of the map. So you must be talking about this. Above and left. Like this. I think I remember when I started the stream, I said, could this be the Drowned Lands? Because obviously there's water, and that feels like that's a truth that feels appropriate. This is, for what it's worth, this is where we died. Trying to scale a mountain and then just free fell because the game's made of Play-Doh. That's why we died here. It's because we were actually trying to get over. I guess I'm going to have to go around. It just feels like I'm so far from anything. We might go this way. And try to get this side, maybe? In my game map, it's in wildlands around water. Okay. So it could be this. I have been in here, which is wildlands. And these two are not that. There's something else. Maybe it's this as well, but it feels like it could just be this. Like in this area. So, maybe we go on an adventure. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we haven't been over here, so... We can't fast travel because we haven't discovered a lot of the altars yet. But let's do it. Looks like there might be a little cotton in the zone north of yours, Astara. Okay, this is where I have taken a gander through here. What is it? So are you saying it's like by water like this? Like that there just might be there kind of thing? Well, we can go back up that way. Okay, cool. Well, let's go up this road right here and take a look, see if it exists. No big deal. Adventures are good. We're just not the strongest boys. I'm kind of a weak boy, but like, that's what happens when all you care about is building. But you know what? Today's a new day. We're going to go down this path, across the bridge, and turn right and go up. Give it a gander. Thank you, friends, for assisting. We'll see what it does. Regardless, it's good to explore, so... If only we could get on a steed right now, you know, if we could get on a mount and move quicker. That would be awfully kind, don't you think? So, Cagner, do you play Pax Dei a decent amount, or what's your background with this game? Believe it or not, I have played this since the very, very, very first pre-alpha. I almost have close to 1,000 hours in this game. You just wouldn't know it, because I don't do a ton of stuff. It's a lot of hours not doing the right things, probably. So yeah, that's some, you and I are on different pages there, it would seem. Not in a bad way, just in like my instinct. I love building, so like I'm, you know, I got dragged into that a little more. I actually do enjoy exploring zones, but quite literally before you got here, I free fell on a cliff and died. And had to go get my stuff because the game slipped me down the ledge, and it's like, you know, not always the best. But, oh, this is quite the debacle. This game is quite beautiful, so running into some cozy builds or like mega clan areas or different vistas and views is quite exciting, I think. It's pretty cool. So I can't disagree there. Playing this game in 4K. I'm on a 4K OLED monitor. Playing in max settings. Like, this game looks so good. It's so crazy. Okay, Pax Dei gatherable, cotton. Oh, there's that Payton guy again. We ran by him earlier. That's weird. I'll have to check that out, Serotonin. I may not do it this moment, just because we're in the spirit of exploration. We'll just go, but I think that might just be a good resource period for me at some point here. Like, I don't have the ability to craft windmills like everybody else does, and I have a feeling it's because you need cotton because of the windmill arms. And the second I touch cotton, I'll get the recipe. Because there's really no reason I shouldn't have a windmill recipe right now. You played a little bit in beta and have played about a month since release. Only 200 hours though at this point. That's pretty good. I mean, I think I have 250 hours in the 1.0 release here. A good 100 hours of that is probably resource gathering, and a good 50 hours of that is building once I reached max carpentry level. But I probably have about 1,000 hours between the multiple pre-alphas, the beta, and the early access. Ah, okay. Let's take a look. I don't even know what cotton looks like, but I'm assuming it looks a lot like Flax. Raspberries are always... No, raspberries are easy to find. It's blueberries that aren't. I don't need those right now. So this will be reeds. Lily. Yep, rain lily. Oof. Ooh, all the animals. Oh, it looks like rain lily? Oh, that's crazy. That's actually kind of cruel. I feel like that's a lot of rain lily around usually. So this is old forest. Maybe I need to move in more. Oh, here we go. Drownlands. Yeah, I've never been in a Drownlands before. At least that's not that far. It's just very small. Wow, cool. This is the first time I've ever been in a Drownlands. I've never been able to find it. And this one is quite a small pocket. See, like, rain lilies are everywhere. But confirmed, we are in the right biome for me to find cotton, so... Progress. Ooh, wow. Laggy. Hello? Well? Curious what level the NPCs are around here. Wonder if I can take them or not. Well, I would love to find one. Yeah, obviously that is a big downfall in this game, is like it's not your own procedural. It's like everyone's procedural. So if you're on the the heels of someone else mining or grabbing clay, you're not going to find any. I know what you mean. And if this is a very small drowned lands, like this is already barren right here. Now we're back. If this is as small as the drownlands are, it's probably not going to be easy to get. I think it's what, every hour and a half they respawn or something like that is the timer. But either way, I literally need like 3 cotton cord. I'm assuming I can unlock cotton cord on my spinning wheel once I touch cotton. I'm just assuming that. Because I need cotton cord to make a forge, which is like, or my second forge. I just feel like embarrassingly far behind on that. This guy building in the Drownlands is such a waste of RNG, because everything gets deleted underneath the plots. Looks like there might be 5 spawns in this general area. Oh, did you look up? Similar to Serotonin, probably. Some sort of map that tells you. I should probably use more resources like that. I just don't. Meadowsweet. Yeah, exactly. He could have built... That's always is frustrating. That's like, early game. I don't know, so getting back into like early gameplay, everyone builds on the rivers because it's a pretty view, and everyone was building their plots on the rivers so no one could get any clay. Back when clay only spawned on the river's edge, now it spawns at like mountain bottoms and other things too. But that was really frustrating because you couldn't get any clay because everyone built over the spawns. South of the water below. On the map I'm viewing, most of the cotton is at the south of the water. Like as in... You mean here? That's a nice build. Wow. That's big. That came out of nowhere. That's actually pretty dope. Ooh. I feel like we were... That's actually the... Oh yeah, ironically, that is where that build is. We were just making that like a hypothetical conversation, but if you're talking about the south, that guy's plot is the south. That's not cool. Why would you build out here? Don't be mean, you know? Well, we'll just take a gander. It's fine. We're having a good time. There's no point in rushing anything, otherwise I got nothing to do. I always find it hard with YouTube to like change games. Because, you know, you have to make a custom thumbnail for, unless you use like a universal, like branded thumbnail. Like if you're using it game by game, it's really hard to change games in a YouTube stream, you know? I was hopeful. I was hopeful. Alright, we're back in the grasslands. Time to turn around. We have yet to find one, but all good. I went back and checked. So I have a mega build I'm doing for Valheim, which will eventually be a video, my next video on YouTube. I'm gonna do that tiny glade build I have. I'm gonna do a video of that, a short one, to post on YouTube, just to have another building video posted within the content brand. But I'm working on that stone fortress build for my next big YouTube video. And I'm just building it. I haven't done any like recordings of me building or anything. It's just going to be like a build tour. Which in hindsight, I wish I would have recorded some of the early stages, because now if I record any more, it might seem out of place outside of just being like, hey, it's finished, come look at it. But I have a lot left to do on that build. I've kind of got the guts all situated. So I was thinking about building a little bit of that tomorrow, or another, when I do, like, when I have some time, streaming myself building it a bit. "20 times as much northwest of the mountain." So once again, this little area, it does match this area, doesn't it? We must be speaking of this, because that is a very large area. Oh dear. Get out of here. Ajali. You're not invited to the party. Do I have parsley? I don't know if I have parsley. The cotton does look like the rain lily slightly, but the cotton balls are larger than I think the rain flowers are. Castor plant is also new to me. Yep. For some pointless potion-y things. That's good to know, though, Agnew. I appreciate that. Oh, like this, you mean? No. Oh, it's a cobra lily. What does that even mean, brother? Oh, I thought we had it. I thought. For just a moment. For a moment, I thought there was joy. Okay. Well, once we're done here with good measure, we'll do an exploration. We just gotta find a way to get here. I think we have to go around and up and over and yes. So this is the path we must take. So, okay, let's go do that. Why not? You guys can chat with me as we walk forever. You know? Just as you've all dreamed. An action-packed, content-rich stream. As per usual, from your boy. Alright. That's pretty dope. I don't hate this. This is quite a spectacular area. I didn't know about this one. Can I F10 this? I can. Oh, that dude's knocking. Hey, who said... Oh, there you go. Serotonin, I have found you a player. Well, I thought I did. A tree was chopped. Why I can't see him, I cannot tell you. This is quite spectacular. Wow. Okay, this might be the most... Holy shit. I've thought about just doing videos. Oh. I've thought about doing videos where I just tour other people's builds and just make content out of it. Does that seem okay? I mean, like, I'm not going to say I did it. I'm just going to, you know, do like beautiful tour videos in 4K of people's amazing builds. I mean, this is very worthy of a tour video, I believe. This game's just kind of not big on YouTube, you know? Like, it doesn't have a big audience. I'm not sure I've had a Pax Dei video break 1,000 views before. It just doesn't have the... I'm not a big enough content creator, and it doesn't have enough grasp for me to get anywhere with it. But it's so beautiful, you know? It's just a stroll down the road, you know? True. Yeah, this is quite spectacular. Wow. Okay, well, I think I'll be doing some sort of... I kind of want to do like a my top 4 favorite builds thing, you know, and make a video of just some tours of some people's, some build appreciations. That would certainly make the cut. That's wonderful. The game is very smooth. It's a shame it seems to be not going the right direction, like globally, right now. Whether it's the developer to gamer connection or lack thereof, or if it's just the payment scheme, I don't know. There's definitely some troubling disconnects that make this game not what it could be, which sucks, but I think it's doing okay otherwise. Wait, what was that? Polished, okay. I agree. Cagnew, I don't know if you've checked out my channel in general, but I don't do a lot because my job is very comprehensive. I don't make as much content as I'd like to. But I make Valheim building videos a decent amount, or I have in the last year or two. Like I said, my content is here or there because I just can't dedicate more time, unfortunately, but one of the reasons I play Pax Dei is for the building. And if you end up checking out any of my content, you'll see why, for sure. If this game had a offline creative mode where you could just, or like an infinite resource server where people could just build on their plots infinitely, still within their plots so it doesn't get too out of hand. If I could just like build something wonderful in my plot, with infinite, you know, creative mode, and then just demolish it and build something else if I wanted to, that would be... I would probably never log off this game. Yeah, Serotonin, I will, as that castle near me and now that one we just found, I think are really good examples of, places that people would want to see. I need to remember where that is. It's about right here, right? I should have marked it on the map. LOL. It's okay. I know it's near that sunken land. So, yeah, I would be playing this nonstop if there was a resource-free building mode. Do I have a custom keyboard? Right now I kind of do. To be honest, Dan, I'm currently... So if you... eventually if you go to my Twitch, I think I have it described. I'm using this one. It's wireless, but it's very heavy, has amazing feel, and is one of the nicest keyboards I've ever used. This is honestly, I've used a lot of keyboards. I've used fully custom ones. I've used standard ones. This is the ROG Strix Scope 2 96 wireless. And it is phenomenal. So I think it might be 96%. I think that's what, I don't know. It's around 80 to 90% because basically the arrow pad is crunched. And it does still have the number pad. So it's kind of, it's as close to full as you can get without being full. I zoomed in on the map. The lake northwest of the mountain have a ton of cotton fiber all around them. The lakes northwest. So you're saying this. Yeah, so I think we can agree now that this is what the sunken lands or whatever looks like. The drowned lands, like this material. Okay, that is helpful. And that's basically what we're trying to get to right now. We're going to have to take the northern road around to get over the mountain. And try not to die on the way, because that could very well happen. That's a level 3 boar that I can't skin, because my skinning tool is still not good enough. Anger. Yeah, Dan, I've had a lot of keyboards. Yeah, the custom build, it is a good idea. I just don't know if it's worth the money. This is not a cheap keyboard, but it's certainly cheaper than building your own, and I very much like it. It doesn't have the mechanical clicks. It's more smooth. But it is the most articulate keyboard I've ever used. Then we're going to take a right. Yeah, and actually, Dan, that's why I got this one, is because when I got a micro keyboard for gaming, I couldn't use it for productivity or for editing or for, you know, practicality. You just can't use it. So, and then a full keyboard is too much for gaming. So this one for me does everything. It was like it was kind of the magical combo where it had like the feel and this quickness and versatility for gaming, but it had all the buttons available for, you know, real life things, editing documents, so on. It's a slippery slope though, Dan, no doubt. It's also pretty cool that you just built your PC because basically the RAM market just exploded. So you got very lucky, similar to me. Like I rebuilt my streaming PC literally a month before the entire market blew up and I didn't even know it. I just did it. Yeah, like that video I showed you in Discord of my PC. It's honestly one of the most clean, beautiful builds I've done, my streaming PC. It's I got some components that were incredibly clean and nice to set up. And I'm like, man, I got so lucky. All right, we're on our way. You know what's also crazy? Remember, guys, when I did, way back in, like, Alpha, I did some, like, TikToks where I made some kind of, what's up, YouTube? And, like, did, like, these funny, like, tips and tricks for Pax Dei, like, kind of unironically. A couple of those are absolutely blowing up on TikTok right now, and I haven't been active in, like, a year. But because Pax Dei had launched, several of my TikToks have gotten some traction. And I don't even think they're relevant anymore. Like, I don't think the tips are accurate. It's kind of funny. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's really good timing. Yeah, I rebuilt mine probably a little bit before that, and all of a sudden everything went to shit, and I was like, wow, I got so lucky. Because I'm a scaredy boy, I'm going to stick to the path. I'm going to play it Frodo style here. Actually, not Frodo style, ironically, sorry. Stay off the road, I think was the rule. Is that someone's home? No, is that NPC? Wait, that's pretty rare. What's that? Oh, it's a crafting station. Okay, cool. That's one thing they added in this game. I'm not going to go there because there's a wolf behind this rock. But there's like some universal crafting stations. I don't know what this is. Okay, are you at level 4? Damn it. So these crafting stations have like tables at them so you can like repair your armor and stuff out in the wild. It's kind of nice. I don't know what this is. I want to go to it, but I have to kill a level 4 dire wolf to get it. Which is fine. It's just, it's such a strong fight for me and such a waste because I can't skin him. Oh. Is it anything specific about it, Tiger, that got your attention? That you liked? Damn it. Oh, I just wasted that. Just the combat in this game showing its ugly head there. Oh boy. Shit. No, this game. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I literally can barely take on a wolf like this. I might have to risk it. There we go. I just needed the... I didn't have enough freaking blue bar, whatever the hell it's called. It's like some magic bullshit. I forget the name of it. I believe the only fast travel stone close is this one. Yeah, like, if I go here, this one is gettable. These don't count. So yeah, I think that one's closest, so that's a decent idea. It does cost grace, but I'm not worried about that. Man, I am so weak. It's crazy. A 4? A grand old boar. Uh-oh. What is this? Red apples. Cool. Alright, so we're going to take this path up. Wait. I might be able to just cut straight here. Is that topography is reasonable. We might just do that. Let's try to do it. Well, I tend to like full keyboards with the 10 key, sure. Needed wireless too, and I like the soft clicks of it. Yeah, mine's a soft click, not a mechanical, which is my first non-mechanical, but I like it. Switch for wireless. Yep, mine. You know, you're kind of describing very similarly to what I have. You can plug this one in and have it be wired, or it can be wireless. And it has kind of this soft, smooth click to it. I must, once again, wood cutting hardness 4. Silver must be like the end game metal, unless... Oh, no. No. Like, I don't know if you can get silver items, or if, no... Or if like it's like a no. Oh my god. Sorry. Or if you can use... Oh, shit. There is a deadly bear right there, a wolf right there, 2 5 level 4 boars over there, and 2 more level 4 boars right there. And then a cliff I can't scale right in front of me. Okay. I forgot what I was saying. Ooh, granite. I don't have granite. Let me touch this. Because I don't think I have granite yet at all. I literally forgot what I was saying in my train of thought because of how much of a shit show I just got myself into. I literally forgot what I was talking about. That's crazy. Wow, granite is very hard to get. Oh dear. I just got 11 granite from all of that. That's actually crazy. Okay. Yeah. You know, the Solias for sure, but this is way closer. For what it's worth. Like if we're actually going here, Solias is double this distance. Unless this is the incorrect spot, of course, in which case it won't matter. We'll find out. Okay, this is going to be a gong show. I just aggroed 3 different mobs. And a 4th mob. Should be okay, though. Oh, wow, this thing is bugging. Yeah, we're back to problem number 1. I think this is much more gettable and falling isn't going to kill me from here. Okay. We're doing our best. Gray wood switches. That sounds crazy. But yeah, serotonin, both are good options. The fast travel comment in general is a really good call. We'll just have to determine... Ooh, green apple maybe? Yep. Cool. 210 and 30. Wow, that's a lot of health. 150. This is 210 and 30. That's more max health than... Almost double max health than any of my foods. It's just a lot less stam. Which one could I sacrifice? Oh, that one. So that's 160 and 27. This is 210 and 30. So the green apple can replace the weak mead right now. Which is kind of nuts. Okay. I will say the foods out here are certainly rewarding, which is cool. Like the grapes and stuff are surprisingly like worthwhile. For sure. I got the right spot. Sick. Okay. It's fully hot swappable too, so I switched out the normal keys for kitty caps. Nice. Ooh, what was that? Oh, granite. I'm not gonna build. Like, I got, building materials unlocked for granite walls and stuff. I just don't think I want to deal with the granite that much. Holy crap. See, you just like, you walk out and someone has built like an unbelievable structure. Look at this. You know those keyboards that make the duck noises? Oh no. Get to the chopper. Blah, blah. Just over and over. Holy wow. Brother, this is crazy. Wow, wow, wow. See, if there is one thing about this game is it is relatively chill. Like, it's just very low-key. You can just kind of vibe around, you know? For the most part. This should be player. Oh, maybe it's NPC. I didn't know that was a thing that big. Oh, you're right. There's a castle on the map. Good call. Good call. I got baited. I will say I've seen many a player base look like this, so that kind of caught me off guard. But good catch. I've never seen an NPC base this big. That's new to me. That feels right, Tiger. That feels right. Typing in Spanish and French. Yeah, Cagnu, I did not... Wow. I did not catch that. I wonder if that's a pretty large dungeon that you can do. I'd get murked in there for sure. I am but a small boy with very few talents. I just build. That would be quite the thing to siege, though. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, if you're going to a clan raid or something, that's massive. But there's some really good gold and loot in there. Okay, I need to stay on a path to not die. We need to get down here. Where is this path? Don't worry, I'm a professional mountain goat. Nope, don't die. Oh my god. If I had died there, I might have uninstalled. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen a gloomy pine, but it is within my cutting hardness, so I just want to double check that it doesn't give me anything I've never had. Just to be certain. Oh, yeah, it broke me. That was weird. Okay, so... No, just heartwood and regular wood. Got it. Just, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. I'm in the Eerie Pines. I've been here before. I think there's white grapes here. This is quite the adventure, chat. There's also like weird, eerie, like elven singing songs going on in the distance here. Or like the sound in like Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows when everything's really sad. And there's like this ethereal singing going on in the background. It's kind of got that energy. I mean, one can only assume. Serotonin. One can only assume. Okay, I don't know topography-wise what the trek down looks like here. That lost soul could kick my ass, so I have to be careful there too. I hear a bear. Not good. What is this? Red grapes? Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, I hate that bug. Let me pick it up, you noodle. 210 and 45. So once again, these two items have better health and stam than two of my combos. So if I can get more, please let me pick it up. Thank you. If I can acquire more grapes, I could start using them. Same with apples. I hear a bear. Sorry, I'm trying to be... I don't know if you guys can hear it without headphones, but... And then white grapes. These are not as good, I believe, and I need them for vines anyway. 180, 180 and 40, 210 and 45, yeah, so close though. Okay, I might need... Oh god, I need these red grapes. Son of a biscuit. Brother. I don't know if that was worth it or not. Picking up stuff in this game is abysmal. Okay, de-aggro. Thank you. If I don't hit you, you're supposed to de-aggro faster. There we go. Fun fact, that was a patch in this game recently. They made the de-aggro quicker if you have not initially struck the enemy. I don't want to accidentally die running from stuff. Okay, this has been one of the most treacherous things I think I could ever have done in this game. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go this way. Watch out for the undead, I imagine. Yeah, the like the Lost Souls or whatever. I've only seen Lost Souls. If there's something called undead, I have not run into that, and that would probably kill me anyway. You're probably right. I am not much of a warrior in this game. I think the frustrating thing for me in this game is how hard it is to level, like weaponsmithing and other things. And you'll grind like 1,000,000 pieces to get one level 2 armor, and then you don't like noticeably seem stronger at all. And it's like, why did I just level that for so long, you know? I've never had Black Trumpet. Okay. I'm just picking up things I've never picked up before. Okay, that's not great, but it's good to know. Hell yes, need this, thank you. Well, we're getting a decent amount of stuff I've never had before, which is kind of the point of new biomes, so I'm not mad about it. And we're pretty much there. Okay. It's a shame I couldn't get more of those grapes back there. Okay, so I'm gonna do red grape and green apple eventually. Yeah, the grind is very real. This is also the first time I've played solo. I've always had a clan with me to some degree. I haven't enjoyed it any less because I'm alone, but it is, from a resource perspective, it is a little worse. I think the only part... Oh, shit. I think the only part that wouldn't help me anymore is they gate-kept... well, they put a barrier of entry on higher level gear. Like, you know, before you could go to your clan's weaponsmith and get a level 4 spear or whatever. But now if you don't have level 20 polearm, you can't use that spear anyway. So you can't just like go get good gear and wear it anymore. You have to actually level separate skills to wear separate types of armor and use separate types of... Like, because I've used a polearm, I have to go use like a level 1 sword. Because I don't have a sword skill. So I'm just sticking to the polearm. Obviously with a clan, that used to be a bonus that you could just, you know, go over to your weaponsmith or your armorsmith and get some dope stuff. Now you can't do that. Well, at least you can't wear it. Okay, I'm in the Drownlands, so we'll look in this area for a bit, and then we'll go over to Armagnac, or whatever we want to call that. I'm probably going to regret not getting a bunch of limestone and other stuff, but it's all about staying focused in this game when you're resource managing. Oh? Oh? Oh. Oh, ho, ho. What do we have here, folks? What do we have here? Oh, cotton cord. Let's go. Let's go. A joyous occasion. A joyous occasion, you see. Yo, how's it going? Antler Carver, how you doing? He does exist. I do. I do be living. How have you been? Been doing all right? All right, so we have a whole lot of area to be honest, it's kind of nauseating how large this area is to look at. Okay, per your point, Cagnew, I can tell the difference. It's just a little bit devious how close they are. But you can tell. Now that I've seen it, I understand the difference, but it's a little cruel. Okay, so the cotton stacks actually quite quickly. That is less shitty, to be fair. Eureka indeed. Are you a solo player or have a small clan? Want to run dungeons? Get out of my chat. Game chat, not stream chat, obviously. It's like that person knows I'm lonely. It's kind of rude, actually. Try to get caught up on way too many projects like usual. Fair. I was just talking to chat about my next mega build for YouTube for me. Or like, you know, large build. I wish I had recorded some of my building it, but I've just been building it off and on, so it's just more of a tour at the end of the day. I can't tell if my videos do better when there's like time lapses and other things involved. It's kind of hit or miss anyway. But I've been building an area that I might randomly do some first-person building clips or time-lapse clips. I didn't get any to start. But it's like a Stone Fortress idea. And I've got the guts all figured out. I just need to probably put in like 10 more hours plus, probably 20 hours, to get it close to, you know, a level of acceptability for YouTube. What's this? Crane flower. Never had that. Sometimes it's so overwhelming how many extracts you can make that seemingly do nothing. Or are very minor health buffs. It's a lot of work. Okay. Well, I think we'll just keep going down here for now. I'm trying to keep my bearings, so this is such a large area to explore. I don't want to miss anything. Okay. So, Antler Carver, have you still been working on actively in any way a lower instance Orthanc, or is that just something like you have done or have been revisiting here and there? No reason I'm asking, really. I'm just curious. I'm planning another non-standard building piece build. Been doing some experiments with it. It's going to be slow. I mean, as long as you enjoy it, that's good. Sounds cool, though. Hemlock. I don't know if I have that either. Yeah, I do not have hemlock sap or hemlock. Okay. Come on, let me pick that up. Don't be dumb. Ugh, this game. Brother, this is crazy. Wow. Wow. There. Okay, I don't need reeds. I've actually never done anything with either of these, but that's cool. Just little samples of so many new ideas. Iron removal continues, but it's effectively the same as rebuilding the whole tower. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's not easy to do at all. Yeah, I would say the amount of people who ask me if they can have like a build file of that, one, it's not mine to give, but two, anyone who clicks build on plan build for that would probably melt their computer. I don't think people realize how comprehensive it is. Like, they can't fathom how comprehensive it is. This game is such a precious thing. Like, sometimes it just stops letting you gather until you walk away from it and come back. And even then, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. Yes, having to get back here would suck. That's why I'm trying to be careful and just get as much as I can now. They're actually being, to be honest, this is quite generous. Serving size wise, for lack of a better term. Like, you gather, you know, a decent amount from small outcroppings. That's sometimes not the case in this game, so at least it isn't crazy. Although I have not applied the logic to how much material is needed for crafting itself. Like, is it 20 cotton per cord? I don't know. But, like, it's at least a reasonable stack size to gather so quickly. That's pretty. That's cool. But yeah, we'll try to stick to the water and just have a grand old time along the way. Yeah, that's a decent idea. I've had some people purchase memberships to my YouTube channel to get some of my blueprints since I've done that video about blueprints. I need to make more blueprints. Like, I was going to flush out my... I think you were here when I talked about my... I forgot the name that I want to use, where everything links together. Like the build, like you can use different build pieces and they all link together to build your own. I can't believe I'm forgetting the name right now, but you know probably what I'm talking about. And then I was going to have folders on like gazebos and roofs and house frames, you know, different like building frames with roof frames on them and stuff like that for people. And if you pay for a membership on my channel, you get access to those blueprints. And it isn't as comprehensive as I'd like to be right now, but it is still, yeah, the modular build. Thank you. I have had a few people subscribe and take my modular blueprints, so that's pretty cool. Now that I'm better at that and can do that, I'm also going to do that when I put stuff on Valheimians or whatever. When I finally, that's usually one of the places other than Reddit and YouTube that I try to gain traction for my YouTube videos. I'll probably put a small free blueprint with the video of like one item from the build, and then say if you want more, come and subscribe or buy a membership to my channel and get blueprints to, you know, all the other things that I have in rotation. Problem is, I have to take the time to do that, and I usually am so busy for so long, but by the time I come back to play and build, I forget how to use it in detail because it's such a complex mod. Like, there's so many keyboard shortcuts and things you need to do correctly, and like having, you know, snapping points and anchor points to like the earth when people randomly put them places, all that stuff. And I have learned it all and then forgotten it every time. So I've even thought about doing a plan build video that actually is pinned in my membership section of my YouTube, so that when people get a membership, there's instructions on how to download, how to use it with the mod launcher, and like how to make your own blueprints. So I have all the things in my head. I just, have a full-time job and career, and it's like, damn. If only I could make it big and become a full-time creator. I think I'd know what to do. Just never have time to actually execute. But I've been meaning to do a little bit more with that. Because if people, right now I feel justified if someone spends $4 or whatever on my YouTube. I don't feel bad. Like, there's, 10 or 12 modular pieces and then like a file folder of like gazebos. I feel like that's a reasonably accurate representation of the cost for 1 month if they want to take them and then, leave. They get those blueprints forever, technically. They don't expire when your membership expires. I have no way of stopping them from taking them forever, so I think it's relatively fair. Yeah, I know. Work. I mean, like I said, if somehow there was a way for me to make, $6,000 to $7,000 a month on YouTube consistently, it'd be a different story. More like 10,000 a month, to be honest. But like, that's very, very possible. Like, it's not actually hard to do. Like, that isn't even a flash in the pan. Like, Lightning Strike is like 50 to 100K a month. To make, almost 10K a month in ad revenue on YouTube is actually surprisingly doable if you can be consistent and build something. But that's my problem. I can't be consistent even. Like, I get hard on myself sometimes about my channel size, but like, I have videos that are like 30 and 40 and 50,000 views, and I post like once every 4 months. Like, I still get like 5,000 views every 48 hours on my channel, and I don't post. So I was like, damn, imagine if I had been posting a video like 2 or 3 times a month this entire time. Like, I could be, given where I'm at now, I'd actually be quite successful, I imagine. Not like monetarily, but just like views and exposure wise. But it's just not really possible, which is a bummer. Because unless I did something like React content or something that didn't require tens of hours of either building or editing, if I could just start a video and give my opinion or whatever, like, that'd be a completely different story. But that's not the kind of content I do. So it's like, damn, that sucks. I envy people whose content niche is like, doesn't require creation or like hours in from like a content building perspective, if that makes sense. That's nothing against them. Great. That's actually great for them. I envy that for sure. Okay. I'm almost full here. Yeah, Cagnu, exactly. I mean, like, if one of my videos suddenly got 1 million views and it was like, oh my god, you need to start, capitalizing on that momentum. Like, I really couldn't, I don't think. I mean, I'd try. I'd definitely try. But, like, my build videos and the things I do, they simply take time. And I just don't know. Like, if that was my job, was to wake up and, like, be working on multiple builds at once so I can release, multiple videos a month, like, I would do that. That's fine. But in my current situation, it's like I can spend composite of like 10 to 30 hours on a video, and it'll get like 30 to 40,000 views, or it'll get sub 1,000 views. There's really no rhyme or reason to it, but neither of those are beneficial right now, if we're being honest. I think the only good thing is the more videos I put out, if I ever have something blow me up, I have a content library for people to go binge. You know, like if you found me on like a 1 million view video or something and you liked it, I now have like, you know, 20 to 50 videos you could go watch to consume more of my content. And obviously the more videos I put out that do okay, that thought continues and grows. Like, you know, if I continue to put out videos that do reasonably well, like 5 to 30K views, and then one day that video comes along that grows my channel substantially, I'll have even more and more content for people to go and revisit, and all those videos will repay off in the future. Which is a super cool thought. Like all those videos that are just sitting there at 4K views or 10K views could suddenly blow up to like, you know, 100,000 years later because someone, you know, something pulled people to my channel at some point. So at this point, I just try to make videos when I can. And if that ever happens, at least I've got a decent content library that's relatively consistent within reason. Except for my lives, of course. Because lives are just, they don't matter in the same way. It still bugs me that my lives mess up my thumbnail uniformity and consistency in game. But like, I've been told by the YouTube gods that that doesn't matter, so I will listen to that and be okay with it. Okay. Well, we crossed. We're going to make our way over there. We pretty much have a full inventory within reason. Yeah, that's serotonin. I'm about to go there right now. You're just over there stress eating, waiting for me to get murked by a boar. Or drown. Because that's also very viable in this game. Okay, I need to go right there. There's a footpath. Okay, we're going to call that enough cotton. I could probably put that on a spinning wheel for 5 minutes and it's over. That's going to be extremely depressing. But that's okay. I may not even have a high enough level for it to be trivial or mastered yet. Even though I've pushed past... I'm so late to cotton, I'm hoping it is already trivial. But we could lose some of the cotton in the crafting process if we're not careful. I'm happy to drop other things here to make this work. Rope. You can't pick that up. Oop. Okay, my bearings, okay. I seem pretty safe on this little outcropping, so we're just going to take a gander that all of these are rain lilies. Okay. We are basically done there. The water in this game looks quite good. I wish there was more to do in the water, like fishing or boat building or something, because like the water does look quite spectacular. Okay. What am I doing on food? Good. Well, the spirits are talking to me. Okay, we're going to go to this footpath, cross over, and try to get here. Oh yeah, we're going to max out our cotton here. That's excellent, excellent. Rain lily, rain lily. Not great, Cagnu. Let's take a gander. My tailoring's level 11, about to be 12. That feels reasonably high enough to handle simple cotton, but I could be mistaken. I'm assuming it'll be on my spinning wheel. Because I still don't even have a regular tailoring table yet. I have a simple one. And I still don't have the second level of the hide thing, whatever. The skinning rack or hide rack or whatever. It's still level 1. I really fell behind on my skills once I maxed carpentry and could start building. I just like blacked out and went building and found limestone, and you know, the limestone grind is pretty tough considering all the stuff you gotta do to get it. But my home has quite a lot of limestone, so that took a lot of my time. Oh, it's year 13 and it's still orange, so it's not even going to be enjoyable. Excellent. Well, I have ways to level my tailoring. I think I have some... I might need to go get a bunch of flax to like burn to make fine cloth, and then... you know how like in your head you always have a handful of things you can like spam make that are like the easiest things? That's the interesting thing about this game, is there's always like 2 or 3 levels where it's really hard to level. Like it takes a lot of ingredients to do the recipes to level, but then like after you progress like 3 or 4 levels, there'll be like 6 levels that it's like, oh, this item cost 1 grape, and you can spam 6 levels out of nowhere. And then it goes back to the other thing where it's like, hey, this is 19 separate items with all different types of things, and it's really hard to do. It's kind of an interesting blend of give and take. Chocolate covered cookies does sound delicious, cannot lie. Ooh, that was a big glitch. Okay, this is all new to me. We need to get here. Is that on my map? I don't know if it's technically that thing right there. Okay, we got players around here. Excellent. What kind of cookies are chocolate covered? The best kinds. Yeah, the progression isn't ideal. I don't know if there's a way to balance, like... My example would be, if you pledge to be a solo player, can the skill tree be different? And the reason I say pledge is, obviously, if you were a solo player and you leveled fast and then you joined a clan, you could just kind of cheat. But in my head, it's like, if you're solo and then you join a clan, should it reset? Should it reset your tree and then be harder? I don't know what the solve is, but holy crap. Now that's player built. Yeah, that is player built. Both of these. Wow. I just, you know, as a solo player, it's a little bit of a tough gig. But I just don't know what the solve is. White fudge covered Oreos. Oh. Stop. I will say, Cagnu, at some point, I'd love to hear what you think of my YouTube content in general. If you end up checking out another stream of mine, this is my first one in some time, so to be fair, I'm kind of hard to catch these days. But if you end up looking at my page sometime in the future, I'd love to hear what you think of my content. Whether it's in the comment section or on another stream sometime. I'm always interested on what, new people in the community that come to chat and stay around for a while think of my stuff. Holy wow. This is a beautiful area. People are doing really well. Look at that. See, like, I could build something like that. It just doesn't, like... This game makes simple look beautiful, I think. Like, that isn't constructively hard to build. It is very pretty. I just don't think I'd ever build that. But it's very pretty. I like sometimes people breaking the dynamics of the game. There's people who have figured out how to, like, break the game. Wow, this is crazy. This area is very dense. A lot of, it seems like most of the clans gather around the stones, which I guess makes a lot of sense, because if you die, your shit's just right there. It feels very smart to build here. One of us is Invis okay. Yeah, this is crazy. I've caught streams in the past on Twitch of Valheim builds. Oh, very cool. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you coming back. I'm very inconsistent these days, so I do not blame people for... This is the furthest I've ever been from home by a landslide. I'm on the opposite side of the shard. To be honest, is this closer to home? I think it is. Yeah, I really appreciate you coming to check it out and that you enjoyed it. Thank you. It's cold in these streets, you know? Content creation is something I've done off and on for, God, almost 7 years now. And it's always been a bit of a challenge. Like a gift and a challenge all at the same time. Those do sound European. I would agree with that assessment. You know, the Blessed Meadows are also another good spot. These remind me of the meadows in Valheim for sure. Before we're done tonight, I might, those of you who are still here, I think I might log on to Valheim quickly and show you guys where I'm at on my current build that I'm working on. So you can see it and get an idea of what I'm going to be doing next. We do live on, we do. It's a relief, I know. I apologize for the stress. Here we are. My cookies are whichever ones I make. You know, I mean, considering your situation, that feels like the right choice. I cannot lie to you. That feels like a good choice. Yo, how's it going, Bodhi Gaming? AKA Kutta, I'm in. How you doing? Chocolate-covered macaroons are good. Macaroons, like, stick to my teeth, I think. That's my only problem with them. My only problem. We're cruising. We tempted fate. We got new materials. I gotta figure out where to put all these new materials, actually. But we're good, we did it. There's a new beta feature on YouTube. When I went live today, I did not select it, but I want to try it sometime. I just didn't want to do it on my first stream back in a long time. There's a new button I can hit that says auto crop into a vertical stream and put in the shorts category. And I was like, that can't hurt, right? To simultaneously have my stream in a short category for people to watch vertically. I just don't know how it would crop it. I don't think my camera would be in it. It would just be like the middle of the screen. It wouldn't be cropped like the way I make my shorts on TikTok and stuff. But it was an interesting, I thought. I was like, oh, it's like multi-streaming, but on one platform. Anyway, we might try it sometime. There might be a way for me to do it on OBS where like I can have a separate, because there is a way for me to have like a separate vertical splice somewhere where I could actually put my camera at the top and splice it in correctly, I think. Like you see me do in other verticals. I just don't know anymore. It probably would be. I mean, like I said, I think if I did it through OBS instead of YouTube, there's a plugin where I have like the vertical plugin. And it would just be like a secondary studio on my OBS. I just don't know how to... I don't know if it would launch them both simultaneously in a stream or not. Alright, because we're in the home valley, we're going to get brave. I've done this traversal several times, though. Okay, so he does... He must use the plugin I'm referring to. Susannikins is my best guess. Because obviously when I edit my videos, I do it that way as well. The standard. The standard, like, me on the top of the screen and so on. Because it's easy to do. I am the land baron, indeed. We've taken our very brave journey home. We're going to deposit all of our goods into different boxes determined as such. It'll be a good time. Yeah, I could do all of that too, Susannikins. I just don't... Like, we've done the multi-stream on Twitch, I just don't enjoy it that much. I would consider vertical on YouTube simultaneously, because that's still one chat in one platform that has the quality I want it to have. So I would consider it. I would just need to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do to make it happen, you know? In regards to OBS versus everything else. It gets a little convoluted very quickly. I'm actually going to put these here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put this here. Yes. Oh boy. Nope. I think these need to go in the other thing. So does that. This can go here. It's a mushroom. Crane flower and hemlock root. Those are all going to go somewhere else. Okay. I don't actually know where I want to put all this stuff. I guess this stays down here too. And obviously granite. I don't actually have a spot for granite. I've taken that for granite. Oh, okay. Excuse my heresy. There we go. We'll put the heartwood away. Okay, now we have cotton for days. So the question is, do we just rip it or do we not? We don't. Holy crap. Cotton cord is level 21. So quick, hot tip. We don't really want to make cotton right now. It is great to have all this cotton. However, for a quick understanding, it's 40 cotton fiber to make 10 cotton cord. Okay. So if I did not fail, it's like 200 cotton cord. And I literally need like 3 to make the forge. So even in principle, I could afford to fail and just spam fail until I make one. But very hard is for how far it took to get that cotton cord, I'm not willing to burn that much just to get one to work. So, at some point, I'm going to need to find one of the cheapest recipes here and gain some level. I believe Pilgrim Slippers was the last thing I spammed it, so I need linen cloth. I have coarse leather, I have sewing needles, I need linen cloth. Linen cloth requires linen string or coarse linen. Linen string is flax. And I have linen cloth right here. Linen string right here. Okay. So linen cloth, coarse, okay, cool. Okay, let's go get a bunch of flax and make a bunch of linen string. Oh, it's already failing. This is such a frustrating gather system. Like sometimes it just doesn't work. Like I can't pick these up. Okay, we're going to go to this spot that I usually go to farm some flax. We might also borrow... the good thing about this game is the crafting stations aren't protected by clans. In fact, one of the reasons I have wrought iron in the first place for pickaxes and that, because I don't have forge level 2, is that I risked the high level fail and used this guy's equipment. Because he has the higher level stuff that I didn't have at the time. Because they can't lock the crafting tables themselves. So I was able to get some of that done through that. Which is neato. I'm very, very familiar with this area. This is my stomping grounds here. Okay, I need to respond to a work text, unfortunately, for a second. Okay. Alright, Flax, let's grab a couple of you. Love the secret of filling up all the spaces so you don't have to worry about the silliness. Okay. But this is the part of this game that can be really tough, is you're like, oh, I gotta do this. Okay, well then I need 17 of these other things to do 10 of these other things to do 5 of these other things. And then there's 5 hours gone. Because right now I need to get a bunch of flax to make a bunch of linen string, to make a bunch of linen cloth, to basically make a bunch of slippers I don't need, to level my stuff up high enough to make the cotton cord. And I am not even remotely close to that reality. I just need to get started towards it. Because I'm at level 11 of 21. So that's going to take like... The slippers I think are level 13. So in like 2 hours I might get 2 levels. And then I'm still 10 levels away. I don't know what else I'll have to craft, but... Can I just... you can't be serious. Like, the amount of farming we have to do to get this. And I can't eat every option I find is silly. Okay, need to squeeze by all these guards because I don't care to fight them right now. The game is lagging kind of mega hard right now. Unfortunately. They only just changed the UI on this too. YouTube is what? Can you guys still see me? It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, which is incorrect. We're going to be really honest. Oh, it's doing the thing, but we're okay now. It seems that every YouTube stream, if you guys recall, there's always like about 2.5 hours in, it drops a bunch of frames for like 1 minute and then is fine. I'm not sure if it like re-ups the client or like, you know, I don't understand the phenomenon, but it does seem to be quite consistent. I mean, I'm pushing 39,000 bitrate right now again without a single dropped frame. It's something that's relatively common around this time of the stream, and it's not my internet. It's very strange. It kind of is, yeah. They redid some of the borders here between the Pale and the Scrublands, and I really hate it because it gets all buggy right here. Yeah, it's telling me right now that it's not a very... Now it's excellent. Okay, now it's back to perfect. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost like it does like a... Like it adds me to a different client or something. Like it transposes my stream to like a different ingest server after a certain amount of time. Maybe they like prioritize or like shorter streams versus longer ones into different ingest servers. And once you've been live a certain amount of time, they put you into a different server. I don't know. Wait, what's 20? Ignore the 20. That was weird. I didn't type that. Okay, well, you got me. Because I was like, I don't know what that means. Well, considering this is my one and only stream in months after my one and only stream in months before that, and my one and only stream in months before that, I appreciate that we have, you know, 8 to 10 people here on average today to watch me pick up flax and cotton in faraway lands doing nothing. Very appreciative. Considering 99% of the population is streaming to themselves. I am very grateful for you guys' time. Because, you know, it's not easy out here. So I appreciate you guys being here. Oh, interesting. I've never... hello? I just sat in that chair. I've never seen that permissions button before. Okay, where is his... Wait. It was right here. Where's his spinning wheel? He has his looms right here. Why would his spinning wheel not be here? Brother, have I been bamboozled? This is where when I go flax hunting, sometimes I do my spinning here so that I don't have to go all the way home and can refill up with some flax after the fact. Maybe they're on to my game. Oh, there it is. Hey, can't trick me. So my friend and I stream, we're the only two people that watch each other. Yeah, and like I'm saying, I'm not, Susannikins, I'm sure you know by now, I mean, it isn't the fact of the matter way of 99, like, you know, if you have more than 10, if you have more than 5 viewers, you're in the top 1 percentile of all streamers in the world, which is beyond disgusting. But, you know, that's the reality. I'm going to run to the bathroom. My guy's going to be done crafting any second, but I have to go to the bathroom. So, in advance, please do not use any of the music sounds. I need to solve that. If you use a sound while I'm gone, it will demonetize my entire stream. So please try to not do that. I'll be right back. I have returned. Yeah, I'm going to figure it out. There's a way to like fractionally speed it up or fractionally slow it down where the auto, Google's auto, so they have AI and auto searches that like detect it. What I can eventually do is slightly speed up or slightly slow down the things, which would allow for you guys to use them, and it doesn't auto-detect it, so it's less of a chance I get zapped for it. When I have time, I can change the audio samples to that. Or we can get some new sounds that don't have, you know, DMCA on them. To be honest, I don't know how many of them actually ping. The Chloe song, the You Know What to Do with That Big Fat Butt song with the whistle, which I think is a Chris Brown or something, like that one gets DMCA'd. But truthfully, I don't know how many of them actually do. What sucks is the bot that gives you guys all your hours and trackings right now, which aren't updated on YouTube, but are, you know, I'm currently tracking your views, your hours on YouTube before I can correlate them all. The sound comes from the same bot. So it's actually kind of dangerous because I can't like disengage it really without just deleting them all, which I don't really want to do. Please let me pick these up. That would be fun, Susannikins. Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. I guess serotonin, hopefully my explanation has made sense maybe now. Yeah, basically any video, any VOD, anything on YouTube, there's there's automatic tools that scan for DMCA. And if it picks anything up, it just auto pings it and auto strikes you. So some people have figured out how to bypass that by slightly speeding it up or slightly slowing it down. So like the tonal frequencies, according to a computer, have switched enough where like it doesn't register the song because it's in technically a different hertz frequency or pitch. Just enough where the robot can't understand that that's the song. So you get away with it. Any games work? What do you mean, Coda? Just so I can understand better. I want to make sure I understand what you mean. I haven't really been in this guy's build in a while. I wonder what it looks like. Maybe he has a spinning wheel. Let's find out. Do you have a spinning wheel, my man? Let's find out. This is quite quaint. Some of these interiors are so claustrophobic to me. Oh, yes, those should work, I think. No damage there. The bot is active right now. The bot that you know is being used currently. Yeah, it's a game, Tiger. I don't know if you've ever played it. There's like mini games on the bot. You know, like spinning chips and stuff. Heist is another one where like you just... like you kind of bet. Like everyone joins the heist and someone either makes out with all the money or they get killed, or yeah, it's just a little silly mini game within the bot. So Kata, that doesn't make sense. I did that to Dan too. We can't figure out why it's doing that. I'm gonna have to before you got here, Kata, I was telling everybody that just like we did on Mixer, I'm gonna make sure that all your hours and permissions on YouTube, I have to manually transfer every piece of data, which is obviously tough. But like your hours obviously aren't real, Kata, just like they weren't before on Twitch when we went from Mixer. So I need to like manually go into every single regular and like do the math on their YouTube hours plus their Twitch hours at some point so that your hours reflect correctly. I just haven't obviously done that because at this point I'm going to prioritize just being live for you guys when I can, but I do eventually want to combine them again just in case we don't go back to Twitch very much. The follower part doesn't make sense though, because Tiger, yours seems to work. Dan's didn't work. Kata's doesn't work. Like there's really no rhyme or reason. Like I'm assuming Kata and Dan are subscribers of my channel, which is following on, you know, YouTube. It just doesn't make sense. It's so goofy. I mean, technically you have to spin an amount, but that would still not... Like, Kata, if you did like spin 100, technically that's a valid command. So I don't know what spin... If you just do spin, that shouldn't work, because you're not... Like, spinning... You need to declare a value that you're spinning. So if you do like spin 10 or spin 100, that's the correct usage of that. I don't know. But I will eventually trade over all the stuff. Because I know your guys' hours are hard-earned, you know? If someone tries the correct spin, like, if someone tries exclamation point spin space a number. Okay, there. So for some reason it doesn't think you're a follower. Tiger, can you try spin an amount of money? That's like maybe like 50 or 60, not... Yeah, so Kutta, it's like bugged, and so I gotta figure out why it thinks you're not a follower. You're not the only person that it does that to. And I simply don't know why it would do that. So apparently Tiger's a follower. I don't... It might be a bug where you can only follow if you've watched a certain amount of hours. But I don't think that's accurate either. So, God, I'll have to figure out, like, there's really no way to know. Can I click on you? Your watch time on YouTube is 14 hours. It says follow age, not following. Well, first of all, Coda, I think I just promoted you to mod. Coda, you might have to refresh, but under the account you're currently using, I have made you a mod. Edit user. It says you're not following and not subscribed. Can you, Coda, on my main page, are you subscribed to my channel, which is following, right? On YouTube, that's free. Make sure that you're actually subscribed to my channel and then refresh and try that. I'm just trying to troubleshoot it for funsies. But also, Coda, I think I made you a mod, so there's also that. I'm hoping it's as simple as you're not subscribed. But I don't know. You lost 8, so no. Yeah, spinning used to be a serious addiction. Hey, Serotonin, do exclamation point chips in the chat, and it'll tell you how many chips you have in regards to what you can gamble. You gain chips by watching, like just hours, minutes watched. I think you get chips per minute. I'm pretty sure. I changed the amount way back when, but it's gauged by watch time. No, you can't go negative. Because to be fair, Kutta, I think your other account is the one that's subscribed. That might be the difference there. I don't know. It's a real shame you can't level when you're mastered. That sucks. Linen cloth, right? Linen cloth, yes. Okay, I needed linen cloth, needles, which are way easier to get now. It was such a nightmare when they did needles and whatever. Like, they did multiple things. I forget what it was, but it was 2 items. And it was terrible. Coarse linen string, but I'm going to re-up that a little bit. Where is... Wait, what is coarse linen string? Hello? Ah. It's actually Nabok leather or whatever? Right, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, and I don't have that right now. There you go, you got 37,000 chippies. Right, leather. I'll make 2. There we go. Put the leather back in here. I gotta go put my elderberry away too. Whoopsie daisy. Okay. And then I can grind a couple slippers. See, like the tailoring tools for the next level are also level 21. Okay, so I can make 17 of these. Hey, you know, you've watched a decent amount. Oh, now I'm level 12. That's nice. Let's stop for a second and see what we got. Sometimes it just, you know, you're rewarded for your viewership. It's a secret sometimes, I guess. That requires the regular tailoring table, so I don't have that. What about the hood? Also requires... So some of the better things I want to do are going to require the tailoring table I do not have. Okay. I can still make more slippies for a while. I have 2 levels worth of grinding there, but that takes a long time. Think of the nachos you can make. True. How do I get the chips? Yeah, good point, I guess. See, this is how brutal this is. Look at my tailoring level. Per pair of slippers, I get 240. I need to do 15,400 to get to the next level, and I'm like 10 levels behind. Like, that's how much this grinds. It's too much. Too much. I'm just going to make what I can with these slippers tonight and call it good on that. Obviously not going to sit here and grind that right now. But we'll finish the thought for that right now. For sure. All the slippers in the world. I can't even wear them. I'm not level 10 light armor. I'm level 1. I'm actually getting a lot of these. Even though it's very easy, I haven't failed. All the numbers people tell you not to give out. Fair. So for what it's worth, Tiger, if I go to your user info on my bot, it also tells me you're not following. You are subscribed, but you're not following. So the fact that yours indiscriminately works. You are a regular, however, in user info. Spandy is a YouTube subscriber. That's his role. What? That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. Dan's a user. Spandy's a user subscriber. Tiger, you're a regular, which is my own definition based on hours. So is Susannikins. None of it, like on YouTube, it's all very strange. I don't know how to make sense of any of it, quite honestly. Obviously, I need to spend some time on the bot to figure out how to remedy whatever it's deciding to choose for us. That's for another time, clearly. But at least now I know. Oh, right. I should grab that out of there then. There we go. Interesting how things just work or don't work, you know? Oh, are we being judged by the host? No, I'm just trying to make sense of it. Because if I can say, oh, Tiger is somehow following, but someone else isn't, I can fix the problem. But from what I can tell, there is no rhyme or reason. Because technically, Tiger is also not following, whatever that means, like whatever we're deciding that factor entails. So I can't fix that, you know? So I'm just trying to understand. Okay, those are gonna cook. Those are good to go. I have to figure out. I wish there was an easy burner item. Like I said, sometimes you get something that's just boom, boom, easy. And you can like spam level. Technically these pilgrim mitts, which are way out of scope right now, but 10, 1 linen cloth, and 2 linen string is extremely cheap. That would probably be, when I get to like level 14, this is probably what I should spam. Okay, that's actually the same. Okay, the armbands, 12 of 17, that's moderate. Is there one closer? That doesn't require all this nonsense? The pilgrim hood is a close second. That requires linen, cloth, wool, yarn. Okay, pilgrim hood is pretty good too. Okay, so I'll need some wool yarn, which is actually something I need to do anyway. Because I have, this is wool yarn, but I also have, I have collected all of this recently. Which is not going to last very long, but I'll make it. You're subscribed. I don't think following is a thing. I think that's the problem, Susannikins, is like, the bot is registering that we're on YouTube. But like, it's still using qualifications like follower. If I'm being honest, I probably need to go into the individual games and have like YouTube separate permissions. It's just going off of like Twitch stuff. I don't know. Like I think it's bugged because it's doing the wrong, like it's populating from the, like it's basically guessing. Because I haven't gone into the games or permissions on this bot other than linking my YouTube account to it. So that I can, because I'm looking at chat on the bot now, so that if I was multi-streaming on Twitch, we could, I could look at both in one spot. That's why I did it. But I don't stream enough or have enough prep time to fix all these mysteries. Like, you know, I might as well just be live kind of thing. So. Okay, so the next thing I need to spam is the hood, but I can't do that, actually, because we don't have any linen, because it's all being made. So that's all she wrote on that. Greatest homeless nacho bar in the park ever made. A homeless nacho bar. You can call it Nacho House. Get it? Because they're unhoused, but it's also nachos. Mm-hmm. Okay, I need to be grinding this soon. Farmhouse cider is what I want to make, but that requires blueberry syrup, which is out of pocket because I don't have a lot of blueberries and it's tough to make. This makes the new bread oven a little bit out of scope still for me. Okay. Everything is right there for me. I just need to start grinding it again. I just haven't grinded anything since rebuilding my house here as it stands now. For the first like 40 hours of gameplay in 1.0, this was just a concrete slab. Like half of this wasn't here obviously, but it was mainly a concrete slab with just benches on it. Yule Charm, get out of here. Nacho House is a great name. You should patent that immediately. True. Do you want to hear the most out-of-pocket entrepreneurship idea I've ever had? It's very out-of-pocket, but it is technically possible. I'm a little charcoal pourer here. Okay. Charcoal. Okay, are you ready? So, I had an idea. It is very out of pocket, so you're going to have to bear with me. Yo, Kevin, I hope you have a good night, too. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed. Okay. I'll be done soon anyway, actually, to be fair. So, Kevin's leaving at a good time. So here's my entrepreneurship. So, the idea is it's a restaurant at the top of a trailhead. So, like, you know, like a hiking culture. You're going to go on a trail, like a mountain trail or something. And the restaurant is called Bio Buckets. Now, you may or may not be familiar that there's already places where you can get like buckets of spaghetti or buckets of food. So the idea is that there are... you buy buckets of food. Now, in the bucket, there's an unscrewable bottom where there's like a few baby wipes and some seeds. And the idea is that you take your bucket of food on your trail and you eat it. And when you're done, you shit in the bucket and leave it in the woods. And you use the baby wipes that are provided. And the biodegradable bucket and the seeds fertilize and it plants a tree. And it's called Bio Buckets. And the slogan is a bucket of food and a place to go. Get it? Double entendre. Bucket of food and a place to go. You know, toilet humor is not for everybody, but technically, it's a pretty solid idea. Pretty solid idea, I say. Wow, these are a tough grind. Okay, there's something I wanted to grind on the forge because it was easier. They added these candles. Because blacksmithing is a tough grind. And once I get the cotton cord that we're in the scope of now possibly getting sometime soon, at least we have the cotton, I need to upgrade close enough where I don't blow the recipe and burn all this material by literally failing the craft, which would be devastating. So these got unlocked in a new upgrade. And I believe 440 and 10, 440 and 30, 440 and 10. So the metal candle stand and the candle on a dish are the cheapest, which requires iron sheets, bronze studs, and tallow. I need to double check that I can make tallow. I believe it's suet. No. Yes. And I have some tallow. I don't have a lot of suet. And I believe suet is from deer carcass, which I don't have on me. So that sucks. Sounds like KFC. You need to start working on the marketing for its stat. It's pretty good, right? I mean, a bucket of food and a place to go is actually quite clever, if I'm being honest. Okay. I'm just gonna do one more thing for the evening. We're gonna grind a blacksmithing level. Because that's something I've been thinking about the last couple times I've logged in, and I want to just get it done. So, we are gonna give it a try. I need bronze studs, and I need iron sheets. I believe that is correct. I've never crafted these. And this is the cheapest one. Iron sheets are a doozy. But technically, I should have the supplies. Yeah. And because we're here, I'm actually going to craft a little bit more. And then bronze studs. I don't see that being a problem. So let's go here. Is it iron bars or iron ingots that are required? Either way, I don't have either. Okay. So let's grab a stack of iron ingots really quick. Iron sheets. Oh, straight up. Perfect. I honestly love the bio buckets idea, really. Let me know if you're serious and if I can help. Sustainability is important. Yeah, and I appreciate it. Honestly, isn't it like some people think it's like gross or ridiculous, but I'm like, honestly, I don't know. Like if you're in like a hiking culture or like a camping or outdoors culture, like in certain states, or like where trail hiking and trailheads are like a big deal, something similar to that idea seems like a pretty sustainably good idea. So yeah. Food truck it. Yeah. There you go. Fair, fair, fair. Alright, so basically, I think I'm going to try and craft these candles to level up my blacksmithing, or at least what's depressing is I don't even think I'll gain one level from it, but we're going to do that, and then I'm going to log off for the evening. We've done 3 hours and 20 minutes, almost 4 hours, which is pretty good for one stream back. Okay, I can make 16 of these candles. And it gives me... Okay, I could probably get to level 18 here. That's true. It's like Captain Planet. With our powers combined, we can accomplish what we want. You know? Captain Planet, that shit. Wow, this look at this. Blacksmithing is such a grind. I'm getting... You know, I didn't even get a level from that. That's nutso, isn't it? It's all good. It's all progress in the right direction. It's just nutty, nutty, nutty. Oopsie. That's a bug. I've never had that happen. Look at that. Chat, I've never seen that. That's actually never... Okay, let's try that again. I didn't know you could do that. That's funny. Oop. Huh. Okay. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know you could do that. I'm sure somehow that's a terrible idea. Is that like Captain Underpants, who is also a dog? No. Captain Planet is Captain Planet. Do you know who Captain Planet is? Also, I did a sneaky thing, chat. So these chests right here, these nice ones that are part of the Founders Pack, there was a patch. So these cost 8 wooden beams. That's it. 8 wooden beams per chest. I heard there was a patch coming to make them much harder to craft, so I made a ton of them on top of all the ones I already have everywhere. Because they did something dastardly. Now it's this, which is a brutal recipe. Absolutely brutal. So I farmed a bunch of them. I regret not doing even more, but clearly I have plenty left. It just, in principle, I was like, I should have done more. But anyway, very cruel, very cruel. Alright, I think we're going to call it good right there. Obviously, my abode coming along swimmingly. Beautimous in its own right. Alright, we are going to be done for the evening, friends. Mosh pit type person. That feels right. That feels right. We're gonna call it here. We did some fun. 3.5 hours of walking simulator. I definitely, you know, when it comes to live streaming on YouTube, it doesn't really have to be within the niche of my channel. So, you know, at some point I might want to get back into a couple other games. Like Arena Breakout Infinite was a good time for me. I might dabble in Apex again here and there, but obviously I've got a lot of building to do in Valheim still, so I might do some of that live on stream instead of, you know, in private, but obviously doing it on stream means I can't do any additional recordings or points of view or vantage point recording like I sometimes like to do. But this current build in Valheim, I'm not doing any additional videoing. It was just going to be like a, hey, here's a build tour of a completed build. So technically I could probably do some of that on stream anyway. I also joked earlier, but I'm serious about probably wanting to give Star Citizen a try for real, for real. I own the game. I've done the tutorial, and I wouldn't mind just giving it a go, just as another game to play. And there's plenty of other games out there that I could play as well. So, if I'm live streaming, I'll probably. I've been told by the YouTube gods that live streams don't hurt your. They give you discoverability as a VOD and as a live channel, but if I do things outside of my niche live, it doesn't hurt my discoverability of my niche, which is survival crafters and building. So I might still do some non-niche things. Obviously, if we meet people on Apex or other games and my whole channel's not that, they may not come back, but it won't hurt when I release a Valheim building video later, which is important to me. So now that I know that, I will probably do some Apex and some other things. I just gotta the problem is I'm probably going to be quite terrible at. I have something in my hair. Sorry, guys. I can just feel it right here. I'm sure I suck at Apex right now, like quite brutally. I haven't played a shooter in a while. But I do want to get back into some of those things. Like I said, Arena Breakout Infinite was actually quite fun within reason. I enjoyed that. And I wasn't terrible at that game. So we'll go from there. We'll figure it out. I think streaming for like 3 to 4 hours isn't too terrible for me. Like I can get through it and it doesn't feel like it kills me. So obviously I used to be able to stream a lot more. And if I was streaming more regularly without a ton of work, I think I could continue that, but I just got to be careful. Got to be careful. So yeah, 250 hours on the 1.0 release so far for me, which is pretty crazy. Arena Breakout Infinite, I have 66 hours. Not bad. But I think that's it. How many hours do I have in Apex? Almost 600. And that doesn't include Xbox or the EA launcher. Wow. Word. Okay, friends. I'm gonna get out of here for the night. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Like I said, having you guys come in, with us a few times as I have streamed. I really appreciate it. Cut, I don't know if you caught it earlier, but I believe you are now a mod on YouTube. You should have a wrench next to your name or something there. Not that we seem to need it ever, but I did give you that mod on this account that you're on right now. All right, friends. Have a good evening. I will see you guys another day, hopefully soon. I say that all the time, but I actually mean it. I just don't know. It doesn't always work. So I'll do my best to be here. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.